So it's been a while since I've done a video like this. I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago I did a "What's on my Nintendo Switch" video, and I figured I'd follow that up again, and kind of just take a look at the download only games that are on my Switch. I'll be skipping over anything like the AI the Somnium Files here, which is a game I have physically, just because I'm going to be doing a Switch collection video in the coming weeks, and I'll talk about any and all of those games there. So this is just to spotlight any digital games that have on the system that I've played on the system. I'm not too much of an indie gamer. I try to play a lot of stuff, a lot of AAA games that interest me. A lot of I try to play retro stuff. So a lot of indie games fall between the cracks for me, except for the real big ones. So any recommendations you have down below, please leave them in the comments. Just I don't like roguelikes, so don't recommend me Hades, please. I don't want to play roguelike. So I'll go through my games I have on here, starting with the Castlevania collection, which is a really good collection of classic Castlevania games. The emulation's good, the selection is good. It has the classic NES games. It has Bloodlines on Genesis. It has the NES version of Kid Dracula, which we never got over here. Only out in Japan. We got Super Castlevania 4. Really good collection there. I know Konami's definitely not done too much in the past years to do anything at all, really. But this is definitely a good step, at least. It's obviously just for them to make some money, but it's a good collection at the very least. Some great games on there. Celeste. This is a good platformer. I think it's really fun. It's definitely really hard, but it's set up in a way so that it's not punishing for being hard. It's just hard, and you got to get the hang of it. But it's a really clever game. I don't think it has like a story. I don't think the story is as clever or as smart as it thinks it is, or as deep as it thinks it is. I can appreciate what they're going for there, but I just think it comes off a little bit surface level, which is fine. That I know it'll probably a lot of people will enjoy it more than I did, but I get what they're going for. I'm not, it's not like I don't understand it. I just don't think it's as great as a lot of people were saying it was. But gameplay wise, it's great. Music's good. Pixel art's really nice. So definitely a worthwhile game to check out. Death Come True. This is like an interactive movie by a new studio called Tukio Games, which is I can't think of his name. I follow him on Twitter and I can't think of his name. What the creative director of Duncan Rampa, as well as the guy behind like 999 and AI the Somnium Files, some ex Spike Chunsoft guys at the very least, started their own studio, and this is their first game. It's okay. It's I think $16. It's about a 2-hour experience. It's meant to be like a movie, like an interactive movie. It's not great by any means. I don't think it's very. I mean, it's a good effort for a new studio with a new game. It's definitely not as good as either of their past works, but I mean, it's a FMV type game, and it's interesting. It has some interesting ideas. I don't really feel like it goes anywhere, but it's worth a look at the very least. It's also on PlayStation 4. I think it's $16. It's definitely worth a look. I'm really interested to see what they do in the future because it's a good first step. And I guess I'm not too into like Japanese television, but I guess some of the actors in here are like reasonably popular Japanese television actors. So kind of interesting game. Deltarune Chapter 1. This is the new game from Toby Fox, who did Undertale. I have not actually checked this out yet, but it seems interesting. I'm just kind of, I don't know. The first chapter is free, and then he's going to put out more chapters later, and it just kind of, I'll get to them when I get to them, I guess. I kind of would like to play them all together. Fast RMX. This is a pretty cool racing game, a lot like Wipeout or F-Zero. I feel like this is the closest we're ever going to get to F-Zero again, playing this game on the Switch. It'd be cool. Like, I don't know why Nintendo doesn't just have this studio. I think their name is Shinen. Why doesn't Nintendo just have them make like a little eShop game like this, but slap F-Zero on it? It's kind of weird to me. Final Fantasy 9. This is I bought this because I was like, oh, I could go for Final Fantasy 9. It's one of the Final Fantasy games I've never been able to get into, so I was like, oh, maybe playing it on Switch would be good. So I went and bought it for like $20 or whatever it is. And then I booted it up and I'm like, oh no, it's a port of the mobile version. So it has like this horrible menu like Everything's in this weird font. It looks awful. Like, I mean, the game itself's still intact, but like the battle menus, like this awful font with this horrible looking menus. Oh, it's awful. I mean, it's still the same game intact, but I was like, it kind of took the wind out of my sails, and I was like, oh, it's this. Okay. Way too expensive for this version of the game. Lumines Remastered. This is a puzzle game, kind of like a puzzle rhythm game almost. Really cool. I think probably a lot of people know it from PSP and Vita. I think it was on PSP, definitely Vita. But so interesting game, worthwhile to check out. I really liked it. Mighty Gunvolt Burst. This is a kind of Inti Creates, who's probably one of the best studios making retro styled 2D platformer games. It's a bit unfortunate of a game because it's in the Gunvolt series, but it has a Mighty Number 9 character, which is maybe a bit unfortunate, but solid like Mega Man like 2D platformer, very interesting. It's worth a go if that sounds interesting to you. I have Minecraft here. I don't know why it's two different versions of Minecraft. This is like the real version, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too stupid, but I don't really like Minecraft. Like I want to just play a game. I don't want to like try to make my own fun in a game. I want to play. I want to play a game. I want to just sit down. I don't want to sit here and lay down blocks and try to build something. I don't. I feel like you maybe have to have like that creative mind that a child has, because I'm not going to just sit here on Minecraft and be like, oh, I'm going to build a house. If you do that, good on you, I guess. But that's not happening for me. I don't know. I can't do it. Night in the Woods. I never finished this one. I really liked it. It was pretty chill and everything. Unfortunately, like the creator of the game took his own life, which is pretty sad. I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's kind of a whole situation that goes way too far, with allegations and different things. But I liked what I played of it. It seemed enjoyable. I don't know if I'll go back to it, but good time. This is No More Heroes, the Wii game, obviously, from Grasshopper manufacturer Suda51. I just played through this port to the end of No More Heroes. This is a good port. It feels good with the controller, and it's a great game. It still holds up. It's like one of those games that just is exactly what it needs to be. It's fun. It's enjoyable. It's funny. It's violent. It's a good time. It's cartoony. It's a good time. It still holds up pretty well. Some of the geometry is a little bit basic, but this, the art style of it definitely helps it hold up pretty well. And yeah, I think even if it was on the Wii, the fact that you didn't, use waggle to control your katana, and that you still use the buttons and you just kind of alternated your stance, definitely makes it age a lot better and a port a lot better than like like I don't know how they're gonna port like Skyward Sword, which needed motion controls so much. But this is a good port. I haven't got to No More Heroes 2 yet on the port. I never actually finished No More Heroes 2 on the Wii, so I was playing those before No More Heroes 3 comes out. But yeah, it's definitely worth. I think these ports are maybe 20, 15 or 20 each. Definitely worth it. They're really, really enjoyable games. Definitely worth a go. I don't think they're going to do a physical of these for Switch. I don't know. But yeah, definitely worth your time. Especially No More Heroes 2 now, which is like above a $60 game secondhand. So definitely a good deal to just get it on the Switch in this upgraded form. But yeah, a good port. I played it to the end. I would assume No More Heroes 2 is the same because it's by the same porting studio. So yeah, definitely worth your time. Sonic Mania, I think, is the best Sonic game, which is kind of funny because it's developed by fans, not even developed by Sonic Team. But I think it's the best Sonic game. I think it's fantastic. It's a good reminder after pretty much the entire existence of Sonic in this whole millennium, really, is pretty on and off, kind of a joke at this point. It's a good reminder that Sonic was once great. Sonic can be great again. Make Sonic great again. Don't. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic game. The music is unbelievably good. Like, that's a top 5 soundtrack of all time. The music's incredible. It looks great. It plays great. I think the best part of the game is the original levels. Because it's a mixture of, classic levels that are revamped and then completely original levels. I think those are the best levels in the game. The developers of this game, which are just, Sonic fans, are incredibly talented. And I wish I wish that Sonic would just be the Mania format at this point. But obviously they want to do stuff like Forces, which I didn't play that one. But yeah, Sonic Mania is great, and anyone who says that Sonic was it was always bad I would say is definitely wrong. Stardew Valley. This was like a really like the end of 2017. I just played this game a bunch. Played like 30 hours of this game. It's really just fun. It's relaxing. Yeah, I mean, it's just I was just not in the mood to really play much else except for like listen to YouTube videos and podcasts and play this game. And it's all developed by one guy, and it's like a Harvest Moon type farming simulator type game, but it's really well done. It's like really great pixel art, really great. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, it's really well done. It's a really great game, and it was a huge success, which is really cool to see. Super Mario 35. This is with the Nintendo, um, like the online service. I was a little bit concerned that when they first announced this, because it's stupid that it's only till like the end of March. Um, I think March 31st, 2020. I think is the last day you can play this, and then it's just like gone after that. And I was like, oh no, what if I really like it? But that was unfounded. I did not really like it. Um, we'll get to Tetris 30 or Tetris 99, which I think is fantastic. Super Mario Brothers 35. At least for me, I was like I played it like 2 rounds, and I was like, nah, I think I'm good. I got the Super Nintendo thing. They had the NES thing earlier. I think the libraries are good. I wish they would be updated more, and I wish there was a little bit more third-party stuff. I know that it's kind of difficult for them to get that stuff when, like, you can see the Mega Man collections and the Castlevania collections. It's just easier for them to make their own things. They're going to make more money that way. But Tetris 99, I think Tetris 99 is awesome. It's really just a fun concept. Um, yeah, I mean, and it's free with the Nintendo Online for $20 a year, which I don't think is a great service by any means, but I think it makes its money worth with stuff like the NES and Super Nintendo and Tetris 99. But yeah, Tetris 99 is a lot of fun. And I think that's the end here. Yeah, these are all physical games that we'll see in the Switch collection. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video. My last few videos have been really long, so I figured it would be a good time to put out a shorter video this week before I'm going to do a couple collection videos and the game room tour to end up the year. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Once again, I ask in the comments below, leave your game recommendations for digital games on the Switch. If you see that I don't have any, just no roguelikes, please. But yeah, other than that, follow me on Twitter at Objo Gaming. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're already subscribed, and I'll see you next time.